Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, it's your pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III on the Paul Pluta channel doing paid reviews. I'm doing paid review 21QB89. What am I wearing today? Wrist watches. I actually got two watches in my hand. I got a Rolex Submariner and I got an Explorer 2. Two-piece combo meal deal. Two-piece combo meal deal. Hunger buster. Hunger buster. Okay guys, I'm doing this paid review here. Remember guys, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. Hi Paul. Hello. I'm writing to you to request a his and hers extended review of mine and my wife's watch collection. 100 US cent, making its way to you. Please call me Patrick. I'm a 37-year-old manager in oil and gas, as is my wife. I am a loyal follower of the channel and you have provided excellent advice over the years to avoid foolish purchases. I have been in love with this hobby since 2017 and have a strong purchasing policy so I can build the collection slowly with only pieces I love and want to keep. This means one watch per year. Even before 2017, I had an appreciation for watches from working in a corporate environment before I went to university, falling in love with the Rolex Submariner, which adorned so many wrists. Unfortunately, this was always financially out of my reach, but my journey did begin with a Tag Heuer Aqua Racer gifted by my parents for my 21st. I love this watch, but yearn for more. This all changed when I was fortunate to get a big promotion at work, which meant I had much more disposable income at the start of 2017. This was just at the start of the Rolex craze, but after calling around 30 authorized dealers, I managed to find one which was expecting a 116610 LN in stock, and a customer had passed on it. My lucky day. I traveled 3 hours by car to pick this up with my wife, and it was a memory I will always cherish. I really felt blessed to have achieved something I had wanted for 15 years. The problem is, we all know that one is just not enough. This is when the addiction came in, constantly looking at Chrono 24 and watching your videos. Over the first year, I nearly pulled the trigger on 6 watches, but stopped myself at the last minute. I really wanted each watch to be appreciated and to build the collection over time. In fact, it was my wife who got a new watch before me. We were passing through the airport and managed to grab a 34mm black-faced Oyster Perpetual. She fell in love immediately, so we quickly made the purchase. Finally, at the end of 2018, I came across a beautiful pre-owned Datejust 116234 Roman dial with white face on a Jubilee, which came up on the watch forum I am on. It had just been serviced and I got it at nearly 40% below RRP. I picked it up and it became my work watch. I was now on the lookout for something non-Rolex. As I enjoyed diversified collections. Before I got the chance to hone in on something, we were again going through the airport and my wife spotted a billboard with Daniel Craig and his James Bond guys wearing an Omega Seamaster silver wave dial on a blue rubber. It absolutely popped, but I wasn't keen on buying it, an Omega new, and losing a ton of money. My wife, however, loved it, even if it was a bit chunky. Luckily, just a few weeks later, one turned up on the forum at 30% off RRP, so I snapped it up. The finish is incredible, frankly, even better than my sub. So my search continued for my third piece. I have always loved the Cartier tank, Louis Cartier in yellow gold with manual movement. I did buy one with a beautiful matching yellow gold deployant, but it was just too small. I offered it to my wife, but she isn't a fan of all gold watches, so we managed to return it. I went back to the search, and again the forums came to the aid. A beautiful PAM 111 came up in December 2019. It was a 2002 model, but recently serviced and obviously 100% full set. Again, I got a great deal at about 50% of the new price. I get so many compliments on this watch, and it can match so many straps. I currently have it on a brown alligator OEM strap after its recent service. So that brings us to our current state of the collection. In his side, we've got a Rolex Submariner 116610LN. That's the 40mm maxi. We got a Rolex Datejust 116234. That's a steel with white gold bezel. Romans, beautiful, beautiful. And we got a PAM 111. Three-piece Hunger Buster combo meal deal extravaganza. And for her, we got an Omega, we got a ladies Rolex Oyster Perpetual 34, and a Seameister for being in the sea. Seameister, wowzers, I got, and you know what? You could wear the Seameister too. 2020 didn't bring any new pieces to our collection as we were being cautious due to COVID and saving. It did, however, bless us with a beautiful baby daughter, so our first child. Congratulations. I bought my wife a diamond necklace to commemorate this, and she wants me to buy a special watch. Since 2017, my grail has always been an IWC Portuguese Perpetual Calendar Rose Gold, referenced 5022 in 42mm. I tried one on the boutique, and quite frankly, it's on another level to anything I've ever seen. It goes under the radar because it isn't a common watch, but the engineering is exquisite with all functions being solely controlled by the crown. Buying new is 30,000 Great British pounds, so far too high to justify, but Watchbox has a beautiful example recently serviced by IWC for 17,000 pounds. After this, I am happy with my four-piece collection, but down the road I would like to upgrade the Datejust to a Day-Date 118239, but keep the same dial combination. That way I would know I was wearing something special, but no one without a trained eye would even know I am wearing anything new. Finally, I would like to upgrade the PAM to a Vacheron Overseas 2 chronograph deep dream combination. This would give me a great casual option as well as a chronograph. I'm not a big fan of this. My wife also wants one more watch to finish her collection. She has landed upon a Cartier Tank Francais in steel and gold. I tried to persuade her for an all gold option on a strap, but her mind is set. We also looked at the Patek Philippe 24 grey dial with diamonds. Again, she prefers the Cartier. I've been there. My wife is the same. We plan to get this in 18 months upon her 40th birthday. Sorry for the long email, but I believe the story behind the watches provides a much richer understanding about why the collection is rather than just what the collection is. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And he asked me, number one, our respective collection journey so far. I got to tell you, man, you know what? I love the photos you sent me. They got a glossy, I don't know what to say. I don't know what the hell you've done to these photos, but they have a glossy finish to them. And I got to be honest with you, I think they absolutely pop. These photos really pop. The his and the hers, I think they're gorgeous. Okie dokie dookulus. What do I think there? What would I do? What would I not do? Okay, so I'm very happy with you guys. A few things I would be careful of. Let me just tell you how I feel. So the journey, I think it's been a great journey. And you know what? You have got some really beautiful watches. I love the story of the Submariner. I love the Submariner story. I love, you know what? I got to be totally honest with you. I don't know if I would be getting rid of the Datejust. I think if it was me, I love the story so much. Don't get rid of it. I think you're better off to keep it and just add to it. Add to your collection. Why do you have to sell it off? Because you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure you're going to get top whack. When somebody trades things in, it's like having a used car. You trade it in, the dealer always screws you. So unless you're very savvy in how you sell, I'm not sure it's such a good idea. And even if it's okay to do, even if you think, oh, that's okay, I don't mind it, why would you do it? They're so beautiful. Don't do it. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it. I would rather see you buy less expensive pieces and do it slowly. So let me ask you this. I love your journey. I love it. I love the journey. What we plan for the future. Me and IWC, then Day. I got to be honest with you. I don't know if, to be totally honest with you, I think the IWC, I would have a lot of qualms buying an IWC. I'm not sure that's the way I would go. Okay, I don't like it because IWC is very, very, it's a beautiful watch. They're not known, the retention of value is pretty atrocious. If you really want one, I would say instead of getting the IWC, get the day date. That's what I would probably do. The overseas, I gotta be honest with you, overseas, I'm not a big fan of Vacheron. Please don't trade. I wouldn't be trading in pieces to get it. Vacheron, I think, is overpriced at the moment. I don't know. I reckon you've got a beautiful collection. Why do you... I don't like the idea of trading in. I think you're always going to lose. Unless you're a real savvy and a bit of an asshole, you're not going to really win this battle. I'm sorry to say this. I don't think you will win this battle. It's not a battle that's easy to win. I wouldn't really do that, okay? I'm not a big fan of the overseas. I would stick to Rolex. Stick to Rolex, man. As for her, she wants a Tank Francais. You know what? The Tank Francais, my wife wanted one too. I bought one pre-owned, and then I wasn't sure whether it was real. I wasn't happy with it because it's just a piece of shit, really. You know what I mean? Tank Francais, it's so popular, and I get it. I get it completely. I really do get it. I get it. I understand everybody loves the Cartier Tank Francais. You know what? I think that's okay. But as for you, you want to get the IWC. See, I really worry. I don't think that's a good idea to get the IWC. Perpetual Calendar. You know what? Why don't you get a Patek? Like a 5146 or a 5205. I reckon that'd be a cleverer idea. Instead of getting the date, instead of getting the IWC, get a Patek Philippe. That'd be a much more sensible way to go. If you have to get the IWC, okay. But I wouldn't be trading in your Datejust to get the date. If you haven't got enough money, slow down. It's not a hurry. You've got a beautiful base collection. I don't know if I'd get rid of the PAM 111. I think it's absolutely beautiful. You want to get a Vacheron? Vacheron, I got to be honest with you, I really, really dislike Vacheron. The Chinese love them. I don't like Vacheron at all. I have owned a Vacheron, but I wouldn't do that. I gotta be totally honest with you. Vacheron is a real pretentious brand. not much substance. I'm not a big fan of Vacheron. I would rather you keep your Datejust and your PAM and add something else. That's what I would do. Add something else. Don't sell off pieces to buy the next piece. That's honestly my advice to you. Don't sell off pieces to buy the next piece. That is a mistake. So I would say in your case, instead of selling off things, keep what you've got, add. Don't sell. As for the wife wants a tank francais two-tone, you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Then that's not a terrible watch. And to tell you the truth, the Cartier, the Patek is kind of a copy of the tank francais. I mean, I love Patek. I'm a Patek guy. But I'm telling you honestly, that's kind of what happened. We want to get my daughter a watch, 2020 model and warranty card to put away for her 21st. We were thinking of a 36mm Datejust or equivalent 36mm Iwc Perpetual. What would you recommend? I'd probably go 34. I really think 36 may be too big. I would go 34mm. I reckon that's kind of the sweet spot. I would get a 34mm Tiffany dial. I reckon that would be my pick of the bunch. Absolutely. Absolutely. That would be my pick of the bunch. That's what I would do. I hope you're not upset at my choices there. I just feel, you know what? So what I'm basically saying is don't sell existing pieces to buy new pieces. I would say the tank francais for the wife two-tone. Yeah, okay. That's not terrible. And as for you, I wouldn't be trading in the PAM or the Datejust. Add something lesser if necessary, or take your time, because they are really beautiful. They really are gorgeous. And I don't want to see you selling off things to buy something else. So that's my advice to you. The IWC, look, IWC is amazing value, but nobody bloody wants them on the pre-owned market. I would rather buy a Patek annual calendar than an IWC perpetual calendar. That's my advice. I would go with the Patek. That's my advice. You may hate my advice, and that's fine. You don't like it, get the IWC, but don't sell off. Please, please, you can get the IWC, but don't sell off existing pieces. They are beautiful, beautiful pieces. It's a beautiful collection. I'm your pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you in the next one. Guys, remember, I can't survive on Google Ads. I desperately need your support to stay on YouTube. Without your support, I can't survive. Please get a paid review, $50 US. Please thinking about sponsoring me on Patreon. Please do it. I love you so much. Hey guys, check out one of my best friends, Jamie Opulence, on YouTube. Just go to Jamie Opulence on YouTube. A fantastic channel from my good friend Jamie. Check it out, guys. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to introduce a new service to you. ValueYourWatch.com. Proud supporters of ArchieLuxury. No seller's fees, no buyer's fees. That's right, guys. This is a trading platform to buy or sell watches. You can start selling for free. That's right. We advertise our paying subscribers on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's a global platform. That's right, guys. Get $50 off the annual subscription by applying the coupon Archie when you check in there. But guys, you can try this for free straight away. Guys, you can start listing watches. ValueYourWatch.com. Give it a try and tell me what you guys think of that.
All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Feeling me, any me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Enemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. Enemy, enemy. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck just wanna be a mini me. All these neck.
Like, subscribe, and tell your friends, and don't be afraid to get a paid review. $50 for a paid review. It helps me stay full-time on YouTube, and I will see you in the next one. $50 paid review. I can't survive on Google Ads. I need your support. And guys, you could also sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay as little as $1 a month to keep me on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.